Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So, I've been hearing a lot of people been trying to preach and they've been trying to quote scriptures and all of that lately. So, I'm finna break it down to the basics today on this video. And I would entitle this video, Things That Preachers Talk About a Lot and Church People That the Most High Does Not Care That Much About. Stuff that people be condemning people to hell for that the Most High does not care that much about. See, the way the world is now, regardless of what I got going in my personal life, I'm being forced to walk in this prophet title that's been given to me, because it's like one of the jobs of the prophet, you have to make sure people understand the things of God. And a lot of time they won't agree with you because they want to believe what they want to believe, and that's fine. But as long as I done did my job, hey, that's on them. That's between them and the Most High God. So let's begin. The first thing I want to mention that people talk about so much that the Most High is not that concerned about is food. There's people in heaven right now that ate bacon their whole life. I'm just telling you. So all of that stuff that people be stressing with this food, man, there's fruits that's been offered up to devils and demons. I'm gonna tell you like this. There's ritualistic ceremonies going on every day in different parts of the world where those same foods that people telling people that you can eat these, but you can't eat these, are being offered up to devils. And that's why it doesn't matter that much. In fact, Noah got the commandments before anybody, and the Noahic laws, the Most High told Noah that he could eat anything as long as he don't eat it while it's still alive or while the blood is still in it. Now, do what you do. Do what you do, but I want y'all to know that's why I be teasing people. And y'all keep on talking. I'm gonna make a video with me eating a sausage McMuffin. Because y'all straining at a gnat and swallowing a camel, man. As long as you offer it up to the Most High and thanks, it don't even matter. You say, well, that food is bad for you. It's going to do this, this, this. Okay. There's people, and I was going to mention somebody by name, but I'm not going to do that, that ate healthy and still died. That ate according to what we read in the Old Testament and still died. So, just like if you have a person that BOTs is their favorite food, but yet they love their neighbor as they self, they loving the Most High with all their heart, all their mind, all their soul, all their strength. They keeping the 10 Commandments, which there's nothing in the 10 Commandments about that. And you do have to consider the other laws in the Torah. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, if you eat those foods, then, if you deny those foods because they were sacrificed to idols, fruit is being sacrificed to idols as we speak. They'll have some ritualistic ceremonies, and they'll have fruit on the table as well, and they'll offer it all up to idols. You see what I'm saying? So either way, if you choose not to, that's fine. The Most High will look at your motive and your intentions, and he'll reward you based on that. But if you choose to eat these things, that ain't gonna send you to hell. See, people in their lack of knowledge about how the Most High is, they may try to make him petty. He know what to judge us on, man. You know, so You just focus on, especially y'all who celebrate Christmas, but yet you want to talk about pork. You being a hypocrite. You being a hypocrite. That's why he said his yoke is easy, his burden is light, because he knew people would be like picking out the easy stuff that they can avoid. But yet, you got guys sleeping with another man's wife that don't eat pork. Man, get out of here. Get out of here, man. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. The second thing I wanted to mention is gambling and investing, because they both the same thing. That's why I put them together, because they both the same thing. If I invest in the stock or get a lottery ticket, they both the same thing. Now, I know, once again, you have something that people try to twist for their own beliefs. Well, I just was always taught, and that's fine. Okay, if that's what you was taught. But if you was taught that that's a sin, then you was taught wrong. And here's why. If money mattered that much to God, then why do all the sinners have it? Sinners are richer than believers as a whole. If you took all the sinners, all the people whose name is not in the book of life, and all the people whose name is in the book of life, I guarantee you the net worth for the people whose name is not in the book of life is higher. So when y'all talk all this stuff about giving, which nowadays giving is basically gambling. Because you don't know what these pastors doing. These pastors could be paying people hush money, all type of stuff. So let's just keep it real all the way. Well, I don't gamble. I'm the church of such and such. So what? The Bible says God is not a respecter of persons. He's not. But in every nation, him that fears him and works righteousness is accepted with him. So it's all about what's righteous and what's not. Gambling or not gambling is not righteousness or unrighteousness. It's just money. Money is temporal. And it's nebulous too. What you do with it makes it evil or good. So, you talking about how you don't gamble and stuff like that, but yet you don't even make $20 an hour. You struggling. Some of these people that talk this stuff. I mean, if you don't want to do something, don't do it. Just like same thing with pork and shrimp. More for me. If you don't eat shrimp, it's more for me. That's fine with me. It's more for me. If I go to a buffet and it's a whole bunch of people who don't eat shrimp, scooping him right up. Oh, look at him. Listen, can you put me in heaven or hell? I want to see you do it. That's the Most High's decision. So that's the next thing I want to mention, because people, it's like they pastor would be a crook who doesn't gamble. Okay, you don't gamble, but you're a crook. You don't gamble, but you rainbow in the church now. You don't gamble, you don't drink or gamble, but what about all that other stuff you doing? Do I need to start naming it? Sneaking around with dudes' wives. Do I need to start naming it? Indecently touching kids. Do I need to start naming it? Shut up then. So that's another thing that people listen, man. The Most High do not care about a person getting a lottery ticket, going to the casino, pulling the slot machine. But what he does care about is that you don't mess your money up doing these things. Because sometimes the Most High will let you fall flat on your face when you overdoing stuff. And you'll be praying to him, he'll be like, sometimes. But sometimes he'll bail you out. But the reason why I brought this up is because people focus on this stuff like it really matters all that much. What matters more is how your attitude towards the Most High. What matters more is your attitude towards people. Mercy, justice, and faith. Being merciful, knowing when to be merciful. Being fair in how you judge things. And your faith. Those are the things that matter the most. The next thing I want to bring up is alcohol. Listen, there are celebrities who never drunk, treat people like dirt. Do you think they're going to get some type of favor with the Most High? They don't drink, they don't smoke, but yet they treat people like trash. Which is more important? See, people want to focus on this drinking stuff, talking about spirits, wine and spirits, stuff like that. If your spirit is sealed and you drink some Crown Royal, it ain't, how's it gonna get in your spirit if your spirit is sealed? This is the dumb stuff people be saying. Now, once again, just like the other two things I mentioned. Once again, I'm not telling you to do these things. I'm just giving you clarity. Because think about it. The Bible says the double-minded man is unstable in all his way. So if you're not doing a bunch of stuff that you want to do, what's that? That's a double mind. You got to find out what you can't do and what he don't want you to do. And because he don't want you to do it, not because you can't, but because he don't want you to, make your choices. Make your choices. As far as gambling and stuff, trust me when I tell you, the Most High does not care about money. These people lying to you. Because once again, if the Most High cares so much about money, we believers will have all of it. Money is what you do. Money is what you believe. Money is what you manifest. Stop praying to God for money, and then there's a sinner somewhere that didn't pray at all, that don't believe in prayer, that got it. They got the job over you. Started the business you wanted to start. Because y'all, dude. The main stuff that we supposed to deal with the Most High on is the spiritual. God is the spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. What's the truth? That the Most High don't care about money. So what attitude should we take? We go about our daily affairs with money, and whatever happens, the Most High give, the Most High take away. But if you always losing and you a believer, now you got to go before him and be honest with him. Why am I the one that always got to go through this and that? It's perfectly fine for you to ask questions like that. I would tell people, just don't be disrespectful ever. No matter what you dealing with in your life, it's a way to come to the Most High. But if you always having money problems and you believing on the Most High, you need to go to him and find out what's going on. Are you allowing demons to oppress me? You need to, it's perfectly fine for you to ask the Most High questions like that. Because they can't oppress you unless he give them the power and or he allow them to. So all of this stuff about paying tithe tithing ain't even biblical. If you look closely at Malachi 3:10 and you compare it to what he said in Matthew 23, you already know this. They were tithing seed. They were bringing their seeds and their spices and stuff. And what was happening was now the church was able to eat and able to feed the poor because they were able to grow more food. That's why they called it a storehouse. A storehouse is another word for a barn, a farm. And of course, if you choose to give 10%, as long as you don't give it out of necessity, thinking the Most High, don't, like them preachers say, make your engine go out in your car or something. He ain't petty like that, man. And that would go against his character because that would be unfair. All these people sinning against him, not respecting him, blaspheming him with their words. And you the one? Nah, that ain't how that work, man. Stop thinking like that. Learn how to pray. Learn how to pray against evil forces and the evil people that they work through. But y'all like, man, well, I got to tithe, you know, that's necessity. That's tithing out of necessity. You never give out of necessity. You give what your heart loves and desires to give, not a percentage. That's what I'm saying. And that's the next thing. We went right into it. This tithing stuff. Creflo Dollar recently came clean. Regal did a whole video on it about how he was wrong about tithing. Now, if you say, okay, let's say you read The Richest Man in Babylon. He was talking about save a certain percentage. It's perfectly fine if that's what you choose to do, but don't do it out of necessity. The main thing you want to do when you give is to take that out first. Take that out first as an honor to the Most High that he's first in your life. Seek ye first the kingdom. So if the Bible tells us to seek the kingdom first, then that means we should give to the purposes of the kingdom first. And I'll admit, we all need to do a better job, including me. Yours truly, including me. I'll admit that. But that's the best way to give, is to take out what you're going to give first. That's how you do it. When you do it like that, the Most High gonna see it. One thing I could tell you for a fact is sometimes if you are not generous, generosity doesn't come your way. So even if you tithe and you're not doing it out of generosity, you stingy, but you tithe it because you scared, it still ain't gonna work. So that's another thing that they focus on in these churches that's just not all that important to the Most High, is that tithing. That tithing. Not all that important. The next thing that people focus on that's not all that important. Now, this thing is kind of important, but I'm going to explain it. Is a man's desire for women. Now, the Most High don't want you to go outside of what he condones. But you gonna desire women. People be trying to condemn people for looking at women. How you gonna condemn somebody for look? If he like big booties and big booties come around, should he be staring? Absolutely not. He should exercise more self-control. But if he looks, even if he look back again, come on, man. Y'all be petty, man. If the Most High was like y'all, nobody would make it. The way these people is, if the Most High was like them, there would be 0 souls in heaven. I'm glad he's not like them. These dudes be like 80 years old, can't get a stiffy, I'm just going to say. And they condemning young dudes that still get a stiffy practically up to their chin. You trying to take his desire away because yours is gone. These dudes be petty, man. Next thing, I don't even got to stay on that long. These preachers and church people who act like the Most High is their attack dog. The Most High is not your attack dog. If you got 2 people to save to have a disagreement, one of them is a pastor, the other one ain't. The Most High ain't going to attack the person that's not a pastor. He going to view the disagreement with fair eyes. They be like, you watch yourself, watch you. And in some cases, that's true. I ain't going to sit up here and say the Most High has judged people for stuff they did to me, man. But at the same time, I'm not going to act like he's my attack dog. Or he's my bodyguard or something like that. Yeah, he protects me. But at the same time, my conduct is important. And you dudes be walking around here messing with another dude's wife, and when he want to fight him, watch yourself. Remember on Martin with David Allen Greer? How Martin was not worried at all about that, him talk. That's how people need to be. Don't be scared of these preachers, including me. But I will say, watch what you do, though. I'm not saying like them, watch them, get them, God. Nah, I ain't saying it like that. I'm saying be careful how you treat people, but don't be scared of these preachers because they preachers. These dudes be letting these dudes get away, man. If I caught you in my bed, I'm punching on you or something. You could have the Bible in your hand. I'm going to snatch it out your hand and put it down and ding, 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 ding. Fighting is part of life. They fought in heaven. Some of y'all, that's the next thing. Next thing, this is the last thing. People who will not stand up for themselves and be acting wimpy because they think the Most High is going to be upset with them. What's the first thing that it says in Revelation 21? Who's the first people that he said going to have their place in the lake of fire? Fearful, cowards, right or wrong? He don't like cowards, man. So this piggyback off of what I was just talking about. Don't use him as your attack dog, but you should know that he got your back. So if you get in a situation where you gotta stand up for yourself, where you gotta be brave, you're supposed to know the Most High has your back. Should no believer be walking around scared of people? That's idolatry. I wasn't scared of people in the world. I'm definitely not now. When I was out there calling myself doing this and this, I wasn't scared of people then. Why would I be scared of people on this side with the champion, the creator of my soul? Ain't gonna happen. I'm not worried about these people at all. They be walking around, dudes be having their guns out and stuff. I'm like, so? Like I had a confrontation with a guy. He was mad basically, and I think I told the story about this. He was mad because I didn't know I was blocking the walkway where they was coming down with their carts. I thought I was behind it. So instead of asking me to move, he just forced it down the curb. And then he came by my window talking slick. I said, oh, my fault, man. He's still talking. I said, man, move around, man. Go live life. So he act like he was pulling out a gun. I got mad and I said, and I got one too. So I pulled mine out. And so he pulled off and he tried to look at me. So I looked back at him. It's stuff like that. Dude, listen, man. Some of these people ain't never getting saved. There's nothing that I could prove to him if he's reprobate. I looked at him like, and what you think this is, man? See, here's the problem with some of the younger guys. They see this gray and they think that every dude that's older with gray hair is easy work. That's where they be getting in trouble in these prisons. That's where they be getting in trouble out here. You're supposed to show everybody respect and don't underestimate anyone. But these guys, they think older guys is all scared of them. I'll tell you, man, I'm telling you, most of my conflicts was with younger dudes. It's rarely with older guys, especially here, like in Milwaukee. When you see older people quick-tempered and bad behavior, it's because they probably on some type of drug or they got some type of mental issue. If they don't got either one of those, a lot of them be polite. They mind their own business. They ain't gonna be no problem. But some of these younger dudes, like, especially when it's a lot of them, they'll throw their life away, just like that. Either get killed or kill somebody, just like that. So you have to watch out for them. You have to watch out for them. And I worked with younger people for 13 years, so I know. As soon as they get mad, what's the first thing they do? Threat. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I can't wait till I catch him on the outs. Stuff like that. But anyway, I got so much more, but I'm just going to stop there. Y'all need to learn how the Most High is. Y'all need to learn what's important to him and what's not. The Bible lay it out. You said, well, what about weed? I say, you jumping the gun. Yeah, the leaves at the tree of life is going to heal the nations. But I don't be trying to hear people that talk about weed this, weed that. I will say that it's sorcery. That's what the Bible talking about. Sorcery. Trying to alter your state of mind to feel good. But I also will say that that's not number one on his list. Let's just be honest. You say, well, you smoke weed? No, I don't. I stopped smoking weed in 1995 before I ever even came to him. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When it's something that you could do on your own, you got to reconsider. I told my guys, my 21st birthday, we was all on the block. I said, this is the last time I'm smoking weed. And it was. 95. Just saying, man. And then, in closing, I want to talk about this. This is honorable mention. People who, because they know they doing something that's not right, that the Most High is condemning, they want to condemn everybody else. Everybody doing something. When you stand before God, ain't nobody else going to be there other than the people who already made it. Watch. And you ain't going to be able to blame nothing on nobody. He going to be perfectly fair with you. If you don't make it, if you in the great white throne judgment, it's not because of nobody else, it's because of you. Everybody doing something. Everybody doing something. Then they watch you. Like if you show any signs of righteousness, they got you under a magnifying glass. they'll start something with you, and then when you snap on them, see what I mean about them church people? See what I mean about you demon people? But anyway, I'm gone. When people be trying to force their self-righteousness on y'all, just do them like this.